our belly button. Hey! How far back I want it. I don't want it all the way back here, and it's tough, especially for us young catchers, to have our feet be even because it's just harder for us to get down into a comfortable position. And when it drops back just a tick, our hips open up a little bit and it becomes easier for us to be more comfortable and to be strong. Why don't we want to be on our tippy toes here in this position, you think? I want one of you girls to answer me. Morgan, I know you know the answers to this.
Then you'll lose your balance.
Right. So if we're up on our tippy toes when we're trying to catch the ball, we're going to be off balance, right? We're not going to be in a strong position. If she throws that nice, good fastball at us, it's going to knock us over and knock us down on our butts, and everyone's going to laugh at us. It is going to be, I would say, in the middle of our foot. It's called an instep of your foot. So right in here is where we should feel the weight. Notice how both of my heels are on the ground, right? Both of my heels are here on the ground. A lot of you younger folk have a hard time, so our heels start to come up a little bit, which is okay, right? We just got to practice on it. So the best we can do to keep our heels on the ground, the more stable and more strong we're going to be. We're going to be in a better position to catch the ball and be strong while we're doing it. Does that make sense to everybody? We're going to start with some bare hand bounce receiving, okay? So your partner and you are going to be this far apart, very close. We're going to be on both knees, okay? So it's nice and easy. We don't have to be in our stance yet. Our partner's going to underhand toss it to us, try and bounce it right around here, so it's a nice little pick. What we want to do here is we want to keep our hand below the ball, right? So, can I see a ball? If we're trying to catch the ball and our hand's above the ball here, right? We're going to have to go down to it. And then you guys, this ever happened to you? We catch it and our glove goes like this. It gets dunked, hits the ground. Umpire calls it a ball when maybe it could have been a strike. So for me, I think the most important thing is we've got to keep our hand underneath the softball or the baseball as long as we can, so that when we're below it, we're in a stronger position. So when we're bouncing these balls here, it's going to force us to stay underneath. So our partner's going to bounce it, boom. The whole point of this drill is just to feel our hand working underneath the ball. Boom, nice and easy. Picking them, head is down, right? It's going to be much harder for me if my head's back here, I'm far away, and then I stab at it, and what happens? My head falls. And when I have a nice, soft, and relaxed elbow, we're going to be much more controlled with the baseball or the softball. When we straighten our arm, we put ourselves in a weak position. This is a strong position. Bare hand receiving. This time it's going to be in the air. Our partner's going to flip me the ball in the air. Boom, we're just going to catch it. Just try and catch it and hold it. For some of, like Pudlack and I, we've been working on some other things. But right now today, I'm just working on catching the ball, keeping it in the center of my body. What I don't want to see is our hand, when our partner, pump fake it. If our partner goes like that and our hand raises up, that's how we know we're in a bad spot. Because if our hand is going up, that's how I know we're cheating to the ball, whereas I want to keep my hand down, waiting for it and staying underneath it. So we're going to put the cone right here in the inside. We're going to make a little C with our thumb and our pointer finger on our left hand. We're going to hold the cup like this. Our partner's going to flip me a couple of these foam balls. We're going to try and get it through the circle. All right? So we'll be here, try and get it through there. Doesn't fit, but some of them they do fit. Boom. So that's kind of the object of the game. Now, if I'm going at it and I stab at it and I reach, it's going to be much harder for it to be staying in that little circle, right? The whole purpose is we want to be nice and soft. We want to have nice and soft hands and keep our eyes behind the ball. Much better. Is we're gonna start with, now it's gonna be more live receiving here, okay? So we're gonna have the glove on now. Coach is gonna be about this far away. I'm gonna bounce the ball into you guys. The reason why I'm bouncing it in is because, again, I want the ball to come from the ground. So we're working underneath the ball, okay? So I'm gonna bounce it in like this. Boom, we're catching it, putting it down. Catching it, putting it down. Catching it, putting it down. Okay? Once we go 2 or 3 times each, then we're just gonna move into some overhand or underhand in the air. There are other aspects of our position that we need to cover, such as right now we're going to talk about blocking. So for young catchers, it's not a lot of fun for us to want to, drop down, block the ball. It hurts sometimes. But in here, we're going to get over that fear a little bit today if we can. We got people leading, and we need to have a little bit more of a head start when we throw in blocks, since we're playing at a little bit of a longer distance. We're going to talk about secondary stance right here, okay? Real quick. So I want we're a little bit wider than primary stance. If we're narrow, we're gonna have a tough time moving side to side or forward. So we're gonna be a little wide, a little bit more than hip length, about shoulder width, whatever you feel is most comfortable. I like to say, if I can jump up, wherever I land, that's probably where my feet should be, because that's where I'm in an athletic position. I wanna get my butt down, and I wanna create an L from my heel to my knee, to my leg. See how this creates a little bit of an L here, right there? So I don't want my butt to be too low, and I don't want to be too high. If it's too high, I'm going to fall forward. If it's too low, it's going to be really hard for me to get down into a blocking position. So we got to find a nice happy medium. What are we going to do with this right hand here? We're not just going to have it floating out in the ether, because then you're going to end up like me. You're going to have a broken hand. No good. So what we need to do is we're going to take our right hand, we're going to put our thumb inside, we're going to close it, but we're not going to squeeze it tight. If we squeeze it tight, we're going to create that tension. So when the ball if the ball hits us, it's going to be like hitting a wall. We're going to break a finger, we're going to break a knuckle, it's going to sting. We want to hold it nice and loose so that if it does hit us, it'll just kind of bend our hand and we'll be much safer. Also, if we're squeezing it tight, we're creating tension in our arm and our body's going to stiffen up. When we're back here in this position, we don't want to be stiff. We don't want to be tense. We want to be nice and relaxed, okay? So we're here. We're a little wide. My right hand's here. It's going to go right above my right hip, right here, right where my hip flexor is, right by my belt. You're going to hide it right here, okay? So we give a nice target. Boom. This is our secondary position. This is my secondary stance. Just for reference, this is my primary stance, secondary stance. It's more athletic. Which instances are we going to be using our secondary stance, would you say?
2 strikes and when runners on base.
Boom, 2 strikes and runners on base. 2 strikes because we need to block the ball, right? If the ball hits the dirt, hits me, he gets to first base, he's safe. That's why we need to be able to block. If there's runners on, we got to be able to ready to throw, which we're going to cover later. So right now, blocking, boom, we're in my secondary. Ball is coming in the dirt. First thing that's going to the ground is got to be my glove, okay? Gloves got to go down first. If my knees go down, your hand's never going to get there. And then you're going to create a nice little pocket for that ball to go through, hit the backstop. No good. So if our hand goes down, our body will follow it automatically. So when I'm blocking, I'm only thinking about where my hand is. So I want to just put my hand straight down. So I'm here, my hand goes down, boom, and I pop down. You can either pop down like this, or you can fall forward, which is more common for younger players. As you get older, it's going to become easier for you to just pop down. But for right now, if you want to fall down towards it, I'm okay with that also. Whatever gets me in the position to get in front of the ball. The number one rule is we don't want to ever do what? This, right? If we pick our head up and shy away, now what's exposed? My neck, right? Getting hit in the neck with the ball is no fun. So we want our eyes and our mask always to be on the ball. Keep our head down on the ball. Keep our chin down and our head down on the ball. We're going to work on the feeling of our hips getting pushed back and our hands coming down to block. They're going to bounce the ball in here, and we're just going to go from here. Go ahead. Boom, down, away. Boom, down. The trick of this drill is we want to see how close to me I can keep the ball. If the ball's hitting me and bouncing far away, or it's hitting my glove and going over here, we could probably be doing a little bit of a better job. But if we're up, we're here, glove goes down, body goes down, boom. So you see this little cave I'm creating? I'm not doing what? I'm not doing this. This, no good, right? Because then what happens? Get hit in the forearm, and that really hurts. Also, we got a chest guard on. It's much better for our body and everything involved if it just hits our chest guard as opposed to our wrist. That's no fun. So we want to do our best. Try and catch the ball with your belly button, I like to say. Try to catch the ball with your belly button. So we're here, ball's coming in, catch it with our belly button, boom. See it in, head down. All right? If I'm sideways, the ball's coming from forwards, my chest is facing this way, doesn't make a lot of sense, right? We want to be facing the ball at all times. Gonna tap us on the head, roll the ball somewhere behind us, okay? So now we're gonna simulate the drill in which, all right, there's a runner on third base. maybe we didn't do a best job blocking it, or it was a really bad pitch over our head. Now the runner's coming home. Now the play's not over. What, we're just gonna give up and let them score? No way, right? So we gotta go find that ball and get it. So look, we pop up. However you wanna pop up, I don't care. You get up, coach is gonna yell 1-1-1 or 3-3-3. What do you think that means? Right, so if it's 1-1-1, it's on this side, right? So if I hear 1-1-1, I know it's on this side. If I hear 3-3-3, I know it's on this side. All right, now we go get to it. We get to it. I want us to do this. We're going to slide on our shin guards and end up in a position like this if we can. Okay? So we're going to get to the ball. Boom. We slide. We're here. Boom. Toss it to our partner and coach. Boom. We tap them. Boom. Throw it somewhere. 1-1-1-1-1. Get there, get there, get there.